Okay, here's part two. How do I help one of these small guys compete with their biggest competitors who are out there who are staying busy? Well, we need to create a topical authority map. Most of the guys you're competing against have like 250 pages, and the guys that I pointed out who need the help have like 10. Okay, so we're going to create a topical authority map. The best way for me to do that is to pick one of the guys at the top of the list first, because we want to model ourselves after somebody at the top. So I'm going to take someone at the top that we can research and learn from and then move forward with. That's going to be this webattorney.com with 2 B's. And before you wonder if this is, again, like something that's legal or illegal, the answer is, of course, it's legal. You can always read several other people's websites and do your research. You can't plagiarize, but you can see what they're talking about and what you're missing talking about. There are tons of tools built around how to do exactly that. It's called spying on your competitors, so you can see what you're not doing well enough to catch up, so you can catch up. Can't plagiarize, but you can definitely understand what they wrote about and write about the same topics. So if you write about some topics from any one of these guys at the top, or if you're looking and researching and then modeling what you should be writing about, let me show you how unique you can make that. Are you ready? We're going to come here where I've got something I built called a total content planner. I think it's a really good idea. We're going to start at the top. We're going to say this. Hey, give me some information based on this website here. That's what's asking me. Do you have a website already that exists for the project? So yeah, I'm going to give it a website. And by the way, it's really slow, so I might do some pausing of this. Just it can be busy this time of the day. I'm going to say, check out this website. And it's going to say, okay. So it's going to research my top competitor. Can I have it research the top 5? Yeah, I can. Okay. Now, there you go. The website webattorney.com focuses on DUI defense, providing extensive legal services and information related to DUI cases such as penalties, defense strategies, and personal experiences from this guy who boasts a high success rate in such cases. Blah, blah, blah. Now that it understands about the site, it's asking, what niche do I want to write about? Short description. DUI lawyer for the greater Seattle metro area, but I'll leave that part out. I'm just going to say DUI lawyer. Why? Because it's going to ask for what area. It's going to ask if it's for that guy or some other guy. And so here's what it's doing. It's starting in, right? And I might even stop it. Well, I don't need to stop it yet. Actually, I'm just going to say it's for the Seattle area, but so far, no problem. Here's what it's doing. It's giving me 20 top-level topics that are common, that are researched, that people look up all the time, that are written about all the time, that are absolutely important if we want to fill in the authority. So some of these might not get looked up nearly as much as others. Some of these might not get looked up at all, although usually at least somebody, every month is going to look for any of this. But these are 20 top-level topics for our website. What is a DUI? And there's a keyword like what is DUI, right? Intent is informational. We're trying to teach people stuff. Notice how informational is the most common thing in the world. When you write organically for the free section of Google, information. Google doesn't want to see business pitch. They want that for the ads. Call us now. Solve 99% of your cases. But you can do that for page titles and stuff on your pitch pages, which Google will also rise up. But if somebody asks, what is DUI? They're not looking for a DUI lawyer yet. They're trying to understand what DUI is. Like, please tell me that the policeman told me right, or did he? Right? DUI laws explained. That's all about understanding DUI laws. By the way, the keyword here isn't the only keyword. There's like 100 keywords that we're going to be covering per page times like 20 pages, so 2,000 keywords. This is just a focal point keyword. Focal point keyword, focal point keyword, focal. But anyway, understanding DUI laws, the DUI arrest process, penalties, defense strategies, case studies, choosing a lawyer, DUI and license suspension, court procedures, FAQs, effects on insurance, DUI versus DWI, understanding the differences, chemical tests in DUI cases, field sobriety tests explained, underage regulations, right? It goes on and on. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm reading them all, but I just want you to understand what it means when Google wants to see that you are an expert at your field. So you write about all these things. They don't have to be your top menu links. They just got to be somewhere in your site, like in your sitemap, and connect them through in the pages, hyperlink some wording in the paragraphs. Okay, I want to continue. Okay, I'm going to say all of these are great. We are, I don't even need to tell we're in Seattle yet. Oh, yeah. Focus on any, I'm going to say, please continue, because guess what it's going to do? With subtopics, right, but focus, right, but make any special notes that apply to King County, Washington, since this is the area our websites will serve. I do like to say sites because I do believe in multiple sites because, yeah, the effects are huge. Here we go. So guess what it's going to do? It's going to focus on King County, Washington, so it'll make sure to mention the right numbers, like whether it's 0.8 or 1.0 for back limit, BAC limit, all that jazz. Take a look at this. It starts with the first section. What is DUI? Didn't that sound like a web page? And then we have to move on to understanding DUI laws? No. What is DUI? Wow, there's a lot we could talk about in there, isn't there? There are a lot of things that we could explain about DUI. There are a lot of things we can explain about understanding DUI laws. That's a big topic. So it's going to do that. What is DUI? It's given me 5 subtopics. Basics of DUI charges in Washington State. That's an excellent start. DUI basics, King County. How DUI is determined. What are the BAC levels in the laws? BAC levels, Washington. Yes, I would always recommend a lawyer. Read through, make any adjustments, fact check. If it gives the wrong number for some reason, which it probably won't, but who knows, maybe the law changed recently, fact check it. Otherwise your information on your pages is out of date, and so it won't rank as well until you fact check it. It's okay if you write it wrong and it sits there, some of your pages, but if you fact check it, you're just doing yourself a favor. All right, difference between DUI and physical control. Sorry, I'm having fun. Keyword DUI versus physical control. DUI laws for commercial drivers. DUI for them is different than DUI for everyone else. Changes to DUI laws in King County over the course of time. That's interesting. Establish a trend or the history, or why are things this way now when they used to be that way then? Then we move on to the subsection 2, understanding. Overview of DUI laws in Washington State. Legal BAC limits and their implications in King County. Marijuana and DUI laws in Washington. The role of probable cause in DUI stops. Minor DUI and zero tolerance laws in Washington. Heck, I feel like I'm learning more just reading the titles, let alone getting into it. You know what that means to me? That it's good that we show Google that we know this stuff. See, your competitors are doing it, or at least your clients' competitors are doing it. They've got pages for this stuff. How do you think they have 600 pages or 200 pages on a website? They're writing about the information, okay? You can only write so many pitch pages. After that, what have you got? FAQs, but you tend to put them on 1 or 2 pages, or at least a page for each topic. And then what do you got? Case studies. You might put them on 1 page for each topic, so maybe 5 pages. But how do you get 400 more pages on your site, 200 or whatever it is? Well, guess what we're doing here? We said come up with 20 main topics. For each of those 20, come up with 5 subsections. So this is 5 times 20 plus the original 20. We're laying out web pages. Each of these is a whole web page unto itself. This is 120 web pages that we're building right here, right now. We're setting it up. setting up what we're going to write about, and showing Google that we are experts at the whole thing. Do I have to stop at 5 per topic? No. I could do 20 by 20. That's 400 pages, not plagiarism, 400 pages, because we're going to write totally unique pages, right? Never been seen before on the internet pages are going to come off of this. But if I have 20 topics times 20 subtopics, 20 times 20 is 400 pages that are subtopics plus the original 20, I've got 420 informational pages to add to the guy's 10 pages. He goes from 10 pages to 430 pages. And we can put all those pages on his site in like a day. Okay? So I can get all that stuff done that fast, right? And so that's what we're doing. We're breaking it down. Then when I get done with this, we even create a table out of this. And then out of the table, then we come back and show it through. We go through a few more of these GPTs to fine tune. And so, for instance, we deal with our subtopic to table, wherever that is. I mean, there's so many, and I keep using them. Subtopic development, subtopic breakdown to a table. And then we develop a backstory for each of those subtopic items from the table. And that means that we've got the main topic, like this. And then for the main topic, we have a subtopic that's going to be a whole web page. And between those two, along with the keyword and the fact that it's informational, I'm saying write me a backstory that focuses on this guy on this website in this area. It's going to be our client. So you know what? As it goes writing each of these pages, it's going to realize, oh, we want him for this guy from Acme DUI lawyers in Seattle, Mr. John Q. Smith. What's the acronym for that kind of a lawyer? And as we're writing these pages, it's going to be information, but pattern interrupts to say, if you need a good DUI lawyer like we've been describing here, give this guy a call. He's your man. And then it's going to close with a call to action to give the guy a call. And we can put those pages on the guy's site. What happens when we put the pages on the guy's site? Then all of his top menu links are on top of every single page that opens. And yes, we can add the images, we can add the sidebars, we can add the internal links, external links, authority links. We can add the banner ad in the middle of the page. We can add images, video of the guy's video. We can put it in the top, the middle, the bottom of each page. So he's going to all of a sudden have these extra pages on his site that add so much authority, and they're done well. They're going to have the table of contents that can wrap up or wrap down. They're going to have the links to the previous and next page to, lock all the pages together in lock-keyed so that, or lockstep, so that Google sees that all these pages have at least 2 links pointing at them, one from a previous page, one from a next page looking back, previous page looking forward. All this stuff that needs to happen will happen, and they'll have this guy's form, they'll have this guy's map, they'll have this guy's stuff, all of it. But it will still be a page that explains what the person is asking about, right? All these pattern interrupts will interrupt, but subtly. They'll just be, oh, by the way, if you need us, right? We're here if you need us. We'll have our little call to action bar here so that when you scroll down, you see it all the time. If you need a DUI lawyer, give us a call kind of thing, right? Our live chat agent we could put in here. There you go. And we can track the traffic and everything else. We can put links up through his site pages. We can link the pages we create through his existing pages, all that kind of thing. We give people every reason in the world to want to give this guy a call, because when you read the answer and it's satisfying and you read it on a site with a phone number and you need the guy, seems like the right guy to call. The one who addressed the topic and answered it for you, right? Which all these lawyers could do. But most people, why would they go, oh, okay, you know what you're talking about. Let me go and do a whole new search on Google for some other guy and see if that guy knows what he's talking about too. That doesn't make any sense, right? If you're there because you kind of need somebody, then you're going to probably call the person after you're satisfied that they know what they're talking about, right? That's the name of the game. That's what Google wants to see out of you, that you can teach people about your stuff. And then Google knows you know your stuff. And when you do all this stuff right, sidebars, table of contents, all the other things, you've added a lot of value to the pages. Google wants to show you for a ton of keywords, okay? So all I'm telling you is that the whole process of starting from nothing, just pretend the Big Bang is saying, let's write about DUI lawyer topics, in Seattle, for this client here. Talk about this, don't talk about that. Focus on this, don't focus on that. The guy doesn't deal with marijuana cases, but he does deal with, personal injury, the other side of the house, right? Fine. I mean, whatever it is, right? We can adjust our entire flow chart, and therefore what the topics are going to be and the subtopics are going to be and how the pages are going to come out. We'll make them all work. Isn't that neat? That's how you take a guy from almost nowhere to almost somewhere, And you just keep adding as you see. Google go, wow, that got you here. And you're like, okay, I still want to get here. What else do I have to do? And you reevaluate. What is standing between me and there? And you do a little more work until you finally get there. But you see what we did? We evaluated the competition, saw what we needed to do, and went right at it. And yeah, we can do everything incredibly efficiently, which is why people want to choose us. All right, if you need to choose somebody to do this kind of work for you, go to website-installer.com. We have a lot of templates. I mean, you could get a template and do stuff on your own. We're just showing you how much stuff we've created. And even this is just, we've made millions of websites over the past 14, 15 years. I'd say at least a million. I threw millions in the air too easily, but at least a million. We've done tons. And so go to professional services and you can see what we're offering. And it goes from cheap to expensive, everything in the middle. Read these things, watch the videos, see what you're interested in. There's stuff here for investors, and there's stuff here for people who need it for their own business. And there's even a get access to all the tools we have and follow our training so you can do this yourself and put yourself in business from home. Actually creating great content for other websites. You can even create sample content, send it to them, blow their minds so that they want to say, yes, okay, I want to pay for your services. But if you want to do that right, that's where you come down to this level and you have access to our tools so that you can do all the SEO stuff like that. It's really, really cool. So all these options exist. Otherwise, if you got any questions, give me a call. If you're wondering how you might get started or you got questions about where you should go first with your project, give me a call. Let me know your domain name or your interest. And if you give me a call, we can talk it through. And I'll let you know what makes sense, what doesn't, why, and everything. It's all good. It's also always different. All those conversations really boil down to budget, interest, how much you want to do on your own or have us do. Everything. There's like 20 things that go into that equation. All right. Well, I hope you learned a lot. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, because we're still putting videos out and all this stuff is unfolding in real time. So everything we're coming out with all the time, you're going to want to know. Like another one is chatforme.ai. This is something we built recently, Chat for Me with a number 4, chatforme.ai, where we actually created the AI live chat agent to do all your work for you, even sell your leads for you by acting like a human who's really cool, who discusses things nicely with the people and lets them know what they need to know. Links to visit, PDFs to read, who to call and what their phone number is, or contact by their email, whatever. It lets them know. Okay, and it saves the chat transcripts, and if it can't answer any questions, it puts it in the back office where you can see, so you can go, oh, I need to train you more on this too. But you can train it like mad. You can just feed it some URLs from your website, and it'll suddenly understand what it needs to know. And your URLs and everything else. It's really cool. Your case studies, your FAQs, they can point people at anything they need. All right, and we've got other tools coming out soon. We always do. All right. Talk to you soon. I'm looking forward to getting you on a roll, and the sooner you get going, the sooner we can get you rolling. We can move really fast now that our tools are working well. So yeah, hop on in whenever you're ready. We'll get you going. Okay.